This is intended just as a quick primer for Key to the Highway. If you want to learn the licks from this, it might be an idea just to jam along with it for a while. It's another one that's not in concert pitch, so you may require a little retuning of your guitar. You probably know the story. It's one of the first ones that they jammed with a 5-piece lineup with Duane Allman. And Tom Dowd allegedly said to the tape op, "You are recording this, aren't you?" And the poor guy had to very quickly press record. So we don't hear the start of the song. We've no idea if somebody just started playing the song and they all jumped in. It's a Big Bill Broonzy song. And it's a blues, and this is a rumpa-dump blues. It's the same 3 chords in A, it's A, D and E, but they're slightly inverted, and to me it makes it really catchy. So the chords are this. Okay, so what that is A, E, D, A, E, A, and then Eric's favourite turnaround. And on into the song, right? So the first thing you hear is this, turn down the guitar a little bit for this. You hear this line. Right, so you hear all those kind of bluesy licks that are coming in. The first one I played there was off that. It's like a 7th shape, like the Red House. That, an A, so it's an E, a G, C sharp. And then Eric plays a high D. And then he plays this lick. And you hear quite a lot of his stuff, and it's like... So the emphasis, the stress is changing, it's going... So you're fretting an E and a D, and then bending this B. Yeah, you've heard Eric play that kind of line a lot of times. He then just bends B and adds a high E. And then back to a 5-note A. Right? Now that bit is an A chord. It's an A7th because it's an A note and a G. F sharp, F, and A. And then that's just a little turnaround into it. Second time he starts to solo, he plays a... And he's looking to go. And then you start to get the big bends. Right? So that bit. First bit is... So we're going from A to E. Right? And then sticking in an A5 note scale, you get an A and a C. Real Albert King stuff, you just play an A and a C, an A, you play tonic, a C, bend it to the D, bend it to the E flat, to the E, right? And if you want to practice that stuff, Eric makes it sound really easy. He just goes. Yeah, you get a real kind of lovely bluesy thing. You'd probably get that kind of lick going. Right? So it's a simple, minor third apart, A and C, and then you just bend this note. Instead of going, you go. Right? And the best way to practice it is just try and land on the pitch. All those kind of. All those kind of bluesy licks. If you want to be really clever, you can do the Leslie Western. Like that, that's a beauty. Back to Eric. So we've got that big bend, and then he solos and so forth in that manner. It's very loose, it's very much a jam. So if you can get the if you can get that kind of feel to the rhythm, as I say, I find it a lot more catchy than a blues that just plays the normal chords in the time-honoured sequence. So it is loose, it is pretty jammy in feel, but what it's then got after Eric playing some fabulous lead stuff, it's then got Duane Allman, right? And I'll do this in a different video, but I'll use this guitar. And if you want to have a go at playing some of Duane's licks on this, they're in open E. So all that means is you go, right? Just tune your guitar to an open E chord, so that when you play it like that, look no hands, it sounds right, and that will make the slide licks more accessible. It certainly won't make them easy, as you'll hear later on when you hear me attempting them, but it'll certainly make it easier. You must have that tuning. You can't play the stuff in open G, it just won't work. You definitely can't play it in stand up like this. So tune your guitar to that open, right, and you're in place to play Duane's licks, and they're all of it here. And while you're at it, you can play most of Joe Walsh's stuff from play that stuff while you're at it. That's open E too. So that's like a primer. I'm not playing Eric's licks note for note in that, just trying to suggest what the feel is, where they're played around. So what we've got is that it's major, that kind of stuff. We've got the big bends, got that kind of stuff. We've got and then right at the end of the song we've got okay. I'll be back with Duane stuff.